in Southern California in a place of privilege called Encino. And I had a childhood friend named Danny Pearl. Now he's known as Daniel Pearl, but my name back then was Danny too. We were the two Dannys, and he grew up to be Daniel Pearl, and I grew up to be Paisley Yankolovich. You do the math. There's irony all over that story, isn't it? Because today's a day that this amazing venue is paying tribute to the memory of a kid I used to play with. A kid I went to temple with, a kid I rode bikes with. I think we shoplifted together too. And you know, no one ever thinks that one day you're going to grow up and find out that your childhood friend got decapitated by terrorists on live television. But that was in my history. And this never gets easy for me, because no matter what I've seen, and I think I've seen it all, I don't think anything in life prepares your consciousness to absorb an event like this and the way it was displayed all over the world. And I'm really honored that at some point in my musical career I have an opportunity to actually say that God or no God, Christian or no Christian, there are some things that we really experience in our lives that we never make peace with, we never reconcile with, and ultimately just come down to that's the kind of world we live in. And every single person lives and dies. And you know, some of us have happier endings than others. I'm grateful that his wife has done so much with his memory. I did not see the movie. I couldn't bring myself to watch it. But I was grateful that a star of the magnitude of Angelina Jolie attacked a project like that. But more than anything, I'm glad that there's grassroots efforts all over the world that pay tribute to an inspirational musician who I never heard play. I knew a kid taking what I thought were violin lessons back then, and by then I was already an established concert pianist, and he was just a kid. He was just a kid on a bike, and we drove up and down the hills, we tried tricks, we skinned our knees, we had to admit to each other's parents that the other one got hurt and we were being careless. And like I said, I really do think we shoplifted, but I don't know if anyone really wants me to say that about the dead hero. But to me, he's not the dead hero. To me, he's a little boy on a bike that could not escape the evil trappings of this wicked, wicked world. And you know, the irony that I was a privileged Jewish kid like Danny Pearl, and I grew up to be an unprivileged, controversial Christian and gospel recording artist. I was so glad I was able to pull this out of my repertoire as my dedication of the day to my old friend Danny Pearl. Because I think in the end, we all have to face the end, some way, somehow. And when we speak of heroes who die a hero's death, we always say things like, well, if he were standing right here, right now, he'd say, don't mourn me. Don't mourn me. I was doing what I wanted to do. I stood up for something. No matter how I die, folks, mourn me, mourn me, mourn me. Come to my funeral, throw a big party, make a big stink. But in the immortal words of Naomi Judd, I know where I'm going. And in the end, I guess that's all that matters.